If you're thinking about moving to Harford County, Maryland, there are a few things you really need to understand before you pack the moving truck. Because Harford County can be an incredible place to live for the right person, but depending on your lifestyle, commute, budget, and expectations, there are definitely some things that might surprise you. One of the biggest mistakes people make when relocating here is assuming the entire county feels the same. It doesn't. Harford County is one of those areas where things can change dramatically town to town, neighborhood to neighborhood, and even zip code to zip code. So let's talk today about the 7 things you should know before moving to Harford County, Maryland. First, Harford County is not one thing. A lot of people moving here search Harford County homes and assume the whole area has the same feel. It really doesn't. Bel Air has more of a central hub feeling with shopping, restaurants, and newer residential communities mixed throughout. Fallston tends to have larger lots and more spread out housing. Havre de Grace has waterfront access, historic charm, and a completely different atmosphere from the other parts of the county. Aberdeen has seen a lot of growth and development, especially with Aberdeen Proving Ground nearby. And Abingdon gives many buyers convenient access to I-95 and commuter routes. Forest Hill has more of a residential layout with a mix of established neighborhoods and newer homes. Go north into Jarrettsville, Whitehall, Norrisville, and Harford County really turns into farm country. That's why local knowledge matters so much here. 2 homes can be priced similarly but offer completely different lifestyles depending on where they're located. Second, your commute matters way more than you think. This is one of the biggest surprises for people relocating from out of state. On paper, something may look close. In reality, traffic patterns can completely change your day-to-day experience. If you're commuting toward Baltimore, Route 24, 140, and I-95 become very important conversations. And if you work near Aberdeen Proving Ground, where you live in relation to APG can make a huge difference. If you're someone who travels often, proximity to major highways and access points matter a lot. A huge part of choosing the right location here is balancing home style, budget, and commute expectations. Third, property taxes and cost of living can surprise people. Maryland is different from many other states when it comes to taxes and closing costs, and buyers moving here are sometimes caught off guard. Depending on where you buy, you may have county taxes, town taxes, HOA fees, well and septic maintenance, or different utility structures. For example, living inside Bel Air town limits may come with different tax structures than outside town limits. That's why understanding your monthly payment goes way beyond just the purchase price of the home. Taxes, insurance, utilities, commuting costs, and maintenance all matter. Fourth, you often get more space here compared to many nearby markets. This is one of the reasons so many buyers move to Harford County from surrounding areas. Compared to many parts of Baltimore County, Howard County, or areas closer to DC, buyers are often able to find larger homes, more yard space, and more overall value for their money here. That could mean a bigger lot, a larger driveway, more square footage, or simply a little more breathing room between homes depending on the area. For many people, that balance of accessibility and space is a huge draw. Fifth, the lifestyle here is a blend of suburban and rural. And honestly, that's the thing people love about it the most. You've got areas with shopping centers, restaurants, and newer developments, but you're also surrounded by farmland, local wineries, breweries, waterfront access, parks, and outdoor recreation. You can go from downtown Bel Air to open countryside to waterfront very quickly. That mix gives people a lot of flexibility depending on what kind of environment they're looking for. 6, Harford County is made up of micro markets. This is something people outside the industry rarely realize. The market in one section of the county can behave completely different than another. Some price ranges move very quickly. Some homes sit longer depending on condition, presentation, and location. Detached homes, townhomes, waterfront homes, and rural properties can all behave differently at the same time. That's why national headlines only tell part of the story. Real estate is incredibly local, and understanding the micro market you're buying into matters a lot. And finally, number 7, you really get to experience all 4 seasons here. And honestly, a lot of people moving here love that. You get spring, summer, fall, and winter. You get changing leaves in the fall, warmer summers, occasional snow in the winter, and everything waking back up in the spring. But one of the coolest parts about living in Harford County is your location relative to everything around you. Within 2 hours, you can be skiing in the mountains or sitting at the beach. You've got access to the Maryland and Delaware beaches, mountain areas in Pennsylvania and Western Maryland, major cities nearby, waterfront towns, hiking, boating, and outdoor activities all within driving distance. That flexibility is something people really appreciate once they live here. At the end of the day, Harford County offers a lot of variety. Different home styles, different price points, different lifestyles, and different experiences depending on where you land. And that's why working with someone who really understands the area matters. At Compass Home Group, we've helped hundreds of families navigate buying and selling throughout Harford County and surrounding areas. And over 80% of our business comes from referrals. Because helping people find the right fit is about more than just finding a house. It's understanding how they actually want to live. So if you're thinking about moving to Harford County, hopefully this gives you a little better understanding of what to expect. And if you already live here, drop your favorite part about Harford County in the comments. Thanks so much for watching this video. Please be sure to like, subscribe, and comment, and take a look at our next video.